The forest was always in a hurry. Leaves trembled with urgency. Streams rushed as if late for something important. Even the wind seemed breathless. And no one was more hurried than Rabbit. Rabbit ran every single day, not because someone was chasing him, not because danger was near, but because his mind never stopped whispering, "Run faster, do more, you're falling behind." Rabbit woke up before sunrise, heart already racing. He jumped from task to task, gathering food, checking burrows, helping others. Yet peace never arrived. The more he did, the emptier he felt. One morning, while sprinting through the tall grass, Rabbit tripped. He rolled down a small hill and landed beside a quiet pond. There, standing on shaky legs, was a suckling deer. Small, fragile, barely steady. The young deer wasn't running, wasn't panicking. It was simply standing. Rabbit snapped, breathless. "Why aren't you moving? Don't you know how dangerous the forest is?" The suckling deer blinked slowly and replied, "My mother told me to stay still until she returns." Rabbit laughed nervously. "Still? Staying still gets you killed." But the deer said nothing more. Moments passed. Then suddenly, branches cracked. Rabbit's heart jumped. A predator passed nearby and never noticed them. Why? Because they were still. When danger left, Rabbit felt something strange. Relief. Not from running, but from not moving at all. Yet old habits are loud. Rabbit stood up and said, "I don't have time for this. I have things to do." And off he ran again. Days later, exhaustion caught up with him. His chest felt tight. His thoughts screamed even in silence. That night, under a pale moon, Rabbit climbed a hill, seeking answers he didn't know how to ask. At the top of an ancient tree sat a white owl, silent, still, watching. Rabbit blurted out, "Owl, how do you stay so calm when the world is always moving?" The white owl slowly turned its head, and after a long pause it spoke, "Because I do not confuse movement with progress." Rabbit frowned. "But if I stop, I'll fall behind." The owl replied, "You are already behind yourself." That sentence struck deeper than fear. Rabbit whispered, "My mind never rests." The owl closed its eyes. "Then your soul never speaks." The owl told Rabbit a story. "Long ago," the owl said, "even the stars believed they must shine harder to be seen. But they learned that darkness is not their enemy. It is what makes their light meaningful." Rabbit sat down. For the first time in his life, he didn't run. The owl continued, "Stillness is not laziness, it is alignment." Rabbit asked, "What should I do then?" The owl answered softly, "Nothing." Silence followed, uncomfortable, heavy, honest. Rabbit's legs twitched, wanting to escape, but he stayed. Minutes passed, then something unexpected happened. His breathing slowed, his thoughts softened, the noise inside him faded. Rabbit felt emotions he had been outrunning for years: fear, sadness, loneliness, and then peace. The next morning, Rabbit didn't rush. He watched the sunrise. He listened to birds instead of racing them. Later, he saw the suckling deer again, now calmly drinking water beside its mother. The deer looked stronger. Rabbit realized something powerful. Growth didn't come from constant movement. It came from rest, presence, and trust. Days turned into weeks. Rabbit still worked, still moved, but now he knew when to stop. When anxiety knocked, he sat. When fear screamed, he breathed. When life felt overwhelming, he did nothing. And that nothing changed everything.